Welcome into Game Night. I am Derek Forrest. We've got a busy show for you, but of course, we're going to start with the Washington Commanders because Monday was the first day that the team was in pads, full pads, and they were in front of the fans for this one. So it was exciting over in Ashburn, Virginia, as the Commanders get ready for the 2026 season, and of course, trying to rebound off of a year that saw them go 5-12. Our very own Alex Flum and Tiger Munn were out in Ashburn, and they give us the lowdown on everything they saw on Monday.
Another day in Ashburn here at Commanders Training Camp. It is day 4, and Alex, it is another day for the team, but today is a little bit different. We had fans in attendance, and we had a full-suited day.
Yes, Tiger. Well, as you've been talking about the movie The Odyssey quite a bit, there was the moment where they're all putting on their armor.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit similar to that. The Commanders putting on their pads here out in Ashburn. You know I'm going to make those references for you.
Yeah, that's why you're here. That's why we're here.
Commanders putting on their pads for the first time in training camp, and we talk about this every year, like how big of a day it is when the pads come out for the first time. Things ratchet up, the intensity gets higher. But I'll say this. What I heard from talking to some of the linemen, defensive and offensive linemen after practice, even Jeremy McNichols, the running back, you know, they were all kind of saying the same thing, echoing the same sentiment, that because of how much better shape these guys got into in the offseason, the hard work they put in, we talked about it, kind of being inspired by the Utah Jazz and Keontae George. Because of that work, everything was just a little bit more intense. And they said that the first day of pads was even more wild, even more ratcheted up than normal compared to other years.
A lot of physicality. That's the step we wanted to take today. DQ felt good about it, and we finna watch this film. Hopefully we all feel good about it, but it was just the first day. Getting our feet wet, and can't wait for the rest.
Great, man. It's like you prepare all year, and now it's like kind of the first time you get to put it all together. You know, pads are always different. And, you know, the emphasis on competing this year and just kind of going all out, kind of leveling up a little bit has definitely been felt. Like, I thought today was great, you know, battling back and forth, talking a little mess here and there. Like, that's what it's all about.
We got so many guys, especially on the D-line, who are in crazy shape, you know, really guys that stick out to me like Kinlaw. I mean, especially even without pads, Kinlaw, you know, getting off the ball and stuff like that. But you add the pads, we got guys like Kinlaw, you know, Tim Settle, Shy Tuttle. Like, those are the guys that I'm going against. So it was intense.
That's what DQ preaches and our brotherhood preaches. We're going to compete against each other. Iron going to sharpen iron, and everybody brought it today. And when everybody brings it, that's just going to make everybody else level go up a notch, and then that just makes us better as a whole football team.
And you heard from a few old linemen today about full pads. For me, at least, I think this is a big day for them. I mean, this is really the biggest day because they get to actually get up into guys. They get to actually divide the men from the young men, and I think is where they kind of see that for the coaches and especially for the running backs too. But, you know, they have a new offense. David Blau coming into this team, well, not coming into this team. He's taking the full reins of the offensive coordinator, and it's a difference. It is a difference, and this team is slowly but surely, it seems like they are getting a hang of each other. They're really getting a flow and a mojo. You made an Odyssey reference. I'm going to make a Spider-Man reference. It's almost like a brand new day, if one would say, for this offense, and the players are echoing the same thing, talking about just how good it's been with David Blau and how different his offense has been.
With him, it's really easy. You just got to be, you know, where you're supposed to be, and he'll find you with the accurate ball. I think by the time, you know, we do our joint practices when you were starting going against, you know, other teams, other defenses, and seeing how guys respond to the competition. Then that's when you really, you know, see what your team is going to be for the year.
Yeah, I really do like his offense a lot. It's more traditional, but at the same time, it's very balanced. You know, he's taken a really good approach to having us buy into the system, and I'm really fortunate enough to see how he's doing this. You know, it's his first time doing something like this, and there's a lot of expectations and nerves and stuff like that, but for the most part, I think he's been handling it really well.
And of course, you and me are not in pads. We're sitting around and kind of lounging, if one would say, but you know, an intense day of camp today. You can just hear it. I'm sure the fans heard it too. Players running around, a lot of pads hitting other pads. Just, Alex, what stood out for you, not just today, in all of camp?
Well, you know, I want to focus on today with the offensive line because you were just talking about it. A couple of things I noticed. First of all, Laramie Tunsil looks like he's kicking it into another gear.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like he came in here these last couple of years, like, kind of chill, and he is chill, and, you know, he brought his energy to the game. But, like, looking at him, like, he was just mauling guys in, like, simple drills. And, I think people should feel good about him protecting Jaden. Also, I thought was interesting, I saw the tight ends getting in on drills with the line. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, in women's basketball, right? They have men's practice players come in and that are bigger and help the women's players increase that intensity. Like, I think the offensive line working with the tight ends, that's only going to make the tight ends bigger blockers. Also, John Bates dealing with an injury, so some of those other tight ends like Ben Sinnott, Colson Yankoff, Chigakonkwo, they're going to have to step up as blockers with Bates being out right now. But, this team, it's this renewed sense of energy, I think. They do not want to lose this season. It's been the echoing theme, I think, throughout this entire training camp. And I think we're hearing that from everyone. I think we're seeing that from everyone.
Yeah, I spoke to Sam Cosme a little bit earlier today, too. You guys will see that soon. He mentioned that exactly. They don't want a repeat of last year. And, of course, every team's going to say that, but it feels personal with this team. It feels like last year they didn't just disappoint themselves. They didn't just disappoint the coaching staff. They disappointed the fans and the core heart of this fan base. And you can tell that they are out there trying to prove themselves again. I mean, it feels like 2024 again when Jaden first got here, and this team seems like the new team on the block, because I think a lot of people wrote them off last year. Of course, there are a lot of questions for this team. We have to say that. Of course, I gotta be impartial, but I do like the way this team is talking and feeling, not just looking on the field because it's training camp, take everything with a grain of salt, but their mentality and just what they've been saying really has kind of hit every box for me, Alex.
And finally, before we send things back to Derek, and I'll go first with this one, but one player that coming into camp you did not think much about or didn't think was going to make this team, but now you think you might see them on the 53-man roster or at least on the practice squad, I'm going to go with Jaden Bradley. I know we've been talking about him the last week, but he was getting praised by Terry McLaurin. He looks the part out there. He was on the jugs machine walking around with De'Ami Brown. I've seen him catch some passes. So I think Bradley, the guy that went to DeMatha, he's got a chance if he can leapfrog a guy like Van Jefferson, which is going to be tough because I think he's a favorite of Coach Dan Quinn's. But watch out for Jaden Bradley to at least, I think, make the practice squad and be in the conversation as we get towards the season. How about you?
I'm going to go a little bit different. I'm going to go a conversation that we've been having since the start of the offseason. Number 2 for the wide receivers, I think it's going to be De'Ami.
Okay.
I think it's going to be him. I think so because he just seems so calm and cool, and I just love the way he's it feels like he never left. Mm-hmm. It truly feels like he's never left, and yeah, I mean,
him and Tim Settle, it feels like that.
Him and Tim Settle both feel like they haven't left, and I think Tim Settle is going to be a massive part of this line. But I'm going to go with number 6 now, not number 2 anymore, number 6 for number 2 as a wide receiver for the Commanders. That'll do it from here in Ashburn. From Alex Flum and Tiger Munn, and sending things back to you, Derek, in studio.
All right, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to hop in on the end of this conversation, and I'll give you an offensive guy and a defensive guy that I think will step up. I think Antonio Williams will be the number 2 wide receiver. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder with all the things happening with Brandon Ayuk. But kind of like Tiger said, De'Ami, I think, can play a role on this team. I just don't know if he'll be a number 2. So that's my offensive guy in De'Ami Brown. On the defensive side of the ball, Rasul Douglas, I think, could be a major impact on the defense for a defense that's really looking to turn things around over the last couple of years. All right, moving on, we got to talk about the Baltimore Ravens because just like the Commanders, they've got a new coaching staff. They have a new head coach, a new defensive coordinator, and a new offensive coordinator. But they've also got a rookie, just like the Commanders do in Sonny Styles, but on the offensive side of the ball in Venga Ioane, who's turning some heads at training camp, and he could be on the starting line. We're going to hear from Venga.
That means a lot to me because coming in, as a rookie, there's a lot of expectations, things like that. But my whole mindset coming in was to, earn my keep, earn the trust of the guys in the room, the entire offense. And hearing that makes me feel like I'm doing a good job of that. It's never to be satisfied about, but, there's a lot of things to keep building on.
All right, coming up on the show, we're going to head back out to Ashburn. Tiger Munn alluded to it. He sits down with Sam Cosme, offensive lineman for the Washington Commanders. That's coming up next on Game Night. Welcome back into Game Night. Derek Forrest. We mentioned that we were going to hear from Sam Cosmi. Tiger Munn sat down with the offensive lineman, a guy who should be a leader on this offensive line during the 2026 season. They chatted about the upcoming season and the expectations for the Commanders.
All right, Commanders training camp day 4 here with Sam Cosmi. And Sam, why don't we just start off full pad? You guys are in full suits. How did it feel today, getting the pads hitting, a little bit more contact the past 3 days? Just how did it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, it feels good to be back in pads, actually getting the feel of, actually hitting somebody in football, and that actual just contact is huge. So it was a good day. It was a really good day.
And just tell us a little bit about the difference between practicing, in uppers and helmets from an O-line perspective versus just straight up practicing in full pads, and just how much of a feel difference that is.
Yeah, there's a little difference for sure. I mean, nowadays you're not really tackling, you're just thudding up, especially in the run game. You get to be more physical in the run game, and in the pass game we get to grab on something. It's for O-line perspective, it's harder to grab on just a jersey versus shoulder pads. So it's nice having the shoulder pads to actually get a good fit and a good feel for it.
Speaking of a good feel of things, just how are you feeling with this new offense? David Blau coming into his first year, not with the team, but as the head offensive coordinator. Just how has he implemented his style into this offense, and how have you seen that from the O-line?
Yeah, I really do like his offense a lot. It's more traditional, but at the same time, it's very balanced. He's taken a really good approach to having us buy into the system, and I'm really fortunate enough to see how he's doing this. It's his first time doing something like this, and there's a lot of expectations and nerves and stuff like that, but for the most part, I think he's been handling it really well.
And just speaking of expectations, this team was expected to be one of the playoff teams last year. Of course, not the result you guys wanted. I don't want to ask how you guys carrying that over into this season, but do you kind of use that as fuel as, we need to be better than last year?
I mean, obviously we definitely do need to be better than last year. I mean, there's a lot of things that derailed us. You can go down the list of this, that, and the other, and but we're on to this year. I think from a perspective, it's a new team. Every year is a new team, so it's trying to figure out the dynamic and the teammates and coaches and everything working together. And I really like what I see. I think from a coaching player perspective, we got a lot of juice. And then from even like offense, defense, special teams, guys are interacting across the ball. I've been on teams where offense is offense, defense is defense, and those three phases are separate. Here we're kind of all gelling together, so it's real cool.
And the brotherhood of this team, just when you think about where everyone was kind of last year when this team was kind of starting, the core nucleus of this team was starting to get together, to now, just how much have you grown with Dan Quinn, the staff, and guys like Jaden and Terry and all of them? Yeah,
I mean, being around those guys, knowing how they work, how they operate, Coach Quinn, our respect for him, especially, he's a guy that expects a lot out of us, but he's going to take care of us at the same time. So we see that and we appreciate it. And like I said, when you got ball players across the board that not only work really hard, but are good guys too, it just makes everybody want to play for each other even more.
And Quinn's opening press conference, he talked about he wanted everyone in great shape, not good shape, not good enough shape, great shape. What did you do in the offseason to get to that point, and what did you see from a lot of the guys coming into the season, just the type of physical shape this team was in?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of guys. I mean, they're pushing us, they're ramping us up. They're going to put a little bit more on us this year, and I see that, and I see what he was talking about, that great shape. For me, individually, I mean, I ran pretty much every day. I have a really, really steep hill in my backyard. I think I hit that thing 20, 30 times a day, up and down, different things, lateral, different types of agility stuff too, and then worked on a little position work afterwards. But from that perspective, I just kept running.
All right. Coming up on the show, we are going to hear from Grant Polson. He's going to chime in on what he's seen so far at Commanders Training Camp. Plus, we're going to dig into the trade deadline and the Washington Nationals. All that coming up next on Game Night. Welcome back into Game Night. Derek Forrest. Earlier today, I caught up with Grant Polson from 106.7 The Fan, and we talked about the Nationals and the trade deadline, which was earlier today at 6 o'clock. But we also talked about the Washington Commanders. Grant was at Commanders camp today, and I just wanted to get his impressions on what he's seen so far.
I think they, so far, are getting a lot of good work in. You know, frankly, it hadn't been as hot and gross and sweaty and nasty in Ashburn as it typically is this time of year, so that's ideal. I practiced a little earlier, I'm sure. But they put a lot of the offense in. I'm surprised how much they're doing. You know, there was a period where David Blau was calling plays into his walkie-talkie and into Jaden Daniels' headset rather than scripted, which I found really interesting. So that's been encouraging how much of the offense maybe Daniels has already picked up. And I got to say, I think the linebackers are so much faster and more athletic than a year ago. This defense is going to run a lot better than it did a year ago in space.
Listen, I know we're a couple of hours away from the trade deadline. By the time this airs, the trade deadline will be done and passed. But as at this point, the Nats, they've gotten 5 arms for 2 bats. How do you like the move so far?
It's what they should be doing, frankly. I mean, Luis Garcia was nearly non-tendered this offseason, and it almost played his way out of DC a couple times. He was sent to the minors a couple years ago by Mike Rizzo to get into shape, basically, and learn how to prepare for games. And that was after several years in the majors. And he's completely turned his career around. He's #1 in the league in slugging and really had an amazing year, career highs in homers and runs batted in already on August 3rd. But he's got a year and change left. He's a guy that doesn't necessarily have a defensive position, doesn't really hit lefties well. So there was no reason not to try to move him for pitching. It's exactly what they did. I wouldn't have wanted to trade Meade, but getting Connolly early back made it kind of a no-brainer and something you had to do. And the best thing I think, Defoe, is it's 5 pitchers coming back, and they're either all in the majors or Double-A or higher. You know, you could have 4 of these guys in the show by year's end. It's not a stretch. You could have all 5 in the majors by the midway point of last year. So it's not just pitching. It's pitching that's close to helping for an organization that just didn't have enough pitching depth.
Yeah, this weekend, obviously, a struggle. They ended up getting swept by the Braves in the series. So it doesn't look great in terms of postseason. But what kind of message do you think the moves the Nats made kind of sends to the rest of the clubhouse?
Well, so far they haven't done anything that would be considered, a punt, so to speak. I think most people in the clubhouse can kind of understand that Luis Garcia turned into Barry Bonds, and he's at peak value, and he was a tradable asset. Doesn't make him very popular to do that necessarily, but he's beloved in the clubhouse. Having said that, I think the message sending gets harder when you flip like a Foster Griffin if you don't get a high end prospect back, or if you did something really surprising with Abrams or somebody else. But it basically kind of just somewhat been chalky. You get early back for me. That's a pretty good swap. I think everyone in the clubhouse knows they needed pitching. And you get 4 arms back. A couple of guys are going to help them in the Philadelphia series, probably for Garcia. I think it's viewed similarly. Like it's the #1 offense, the number 28 bullpen. You got to trade something to get something.
Would you be surprised at this point if they move on from Foster Griffin?
I would not. I've expected for weeks that they were going to trade Foster Griffin. I'm a little less confident now that as we record this, like 90 minutes out, and there's not a lot of smoke, but I still would bet on him being traded before 6 p.m. I'm a little worried that they're not going to get as much value as I wanted. So a lot of pitchers have gotten traded. It felt like maybe he'd be one of the better arms getting moved, and it's not going to end up working that way.
And then when you know it, 90 minutes later, Foster Griffin is on his way out of D.C. He's headed to the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians are sending the Nationals 3 more pitchers and an outfielder. So that's a total of 8 pitchers and 1 outfielder that the Nationals get for 3 players that they moved before the deadline. So not bad for the Washington Nationals at this point. And, of course, Paul Taboni, he spoke to the media earlier and talked about the moves that he made at the deadline.
From a pitching standpoint, what we're looking for were players that ideally can miss bats, right? Can fill up the zone and induce weak contact. Now, like a lot of the time, pitchers can't really do all 3, right? But there's a sliding scale between all those things, and we thought we came on to a number of pitchers that do those things well. from a pitching standpoint, what we're looking for were players that ideally can miss bats, right?
Here with lethal shooter, aka Chris Matthews, aka. Welcome back into game night. Derek Forrest on Saturday over at Alexandria High School was the Lethal Shooter Showcase, which took place over at Alexandria City High School, the 5th annual, where some of the top high school athletes in the DMV and Baltimore got together for drills and a tournament. I was able to catch up with Lethal Shooter after the event as to why it's so important for him to come back and do this in his hometown. Here with Lethal Shooter, aka Chris Matthews, aka Lethal Shooter, right?
You about to say aka Chris Matthews?
100%, but that's how people know you, right?
Yeah.
So we're here in Alexandria, but why is it so important for you to always come back, talk to the kids, talk to the youth, and also help them get better at basketball?
Yeah, like I told you, I think we spoke about 5 months ago, my life is always going to be devoted to the DMV. It doesn't matter what I'm doing around the world or doing with my brand. The DMV made me the man I am today. So why would I build this big, massive basketball brand and not come back to the place that made me who I am and pour into the youth, pour into the community? So I'm always going to give back. So that's my main reason. Is that you sort of smile on these guys' faces when we were done. So my job is to make sure I'm pouring into them so when they get older, they come back and do the same thing.
You and I are both a little bit older, so when we were growing up, it wasn't about building a brand or a personal brand because social media wasn't as big. Now it is, right? Why is that message so important for you as well, for these kids?
It's big because, like you said, with no social media, we were just doing whatever. But with them, they are walking brands because everything you do can be posted on social media. And I was just telling them, yes, I might have 4.6 million followers, but I understand what's supposed to be done and what's not supposed to be done. Like, if you're trying to go to a University of Duke or University of Kentucky, you can't just be out here posting dumb stuff. You got to understand that people are watching and use social media, and don't let social media use you by being ignorant.
My biggest takeaway from this camp wasn't the basketball. And it wasn't necessarily your message there at the end. What I took away from this is how observant you are.
I love how you was getting to the rim. I love your defense, but sometimes when you get comfortable, you just start shooting wild. When you're not doing that, you look really good.
Why is it so important for you to be able to give feedback to all these individuals, make sure that they're improving their brand, but make sure they're improving their game on the court?
Yeah, so like you see, it's so many kids here. I want every single kid when they go home to say, Lethal Shooter cares. Lethal Shooter just didn't come into town, just have a camp and just leave. Lethal Shooter took the time to tell me, oh, he saw when I went left, I can't do this. When I went right, I can't do. Oh, when I was on the bench, I had bad demeanor. When I missed the shot, I put my head down. And that's what God put me on earth to do, is to help others. So I want every single person to know that when they leave today, that Lethal Shooter cares for them.
All right, that was a great event over at Alexandria City High School on Saturday, and Lethal Shooter, a great guy as well. All right, that's going to do it for another edition of Game Night. Have a good night.